So hello everyone, welcome once again. Basically, this video about I think you should consider using your famous work apps online. So for me personally, I found, for example, Excel as a work tool that I use regularly. I found it like a big headache for me to keep, for example, using older versions of Excel and trying to get newer versions and newer versions. So basically, I just considered moving totally to the online platform because I feel it's so much easier for me and it gives me even the latest version. I don't have to use older versions and I don't have to keep documents on my laptop or my mobile device anyways. So basically it's really streamlines a lot of things for me. It helps me with better organization, so I think it could help you too. So that's why I feel like it's a good, really good thing for you to just use those tools that you use regularly, like your Word, Excel tool, and your presentation tool to work online, and it helps you with more seamless collaboration with anyone. And I think these tools are really fantastic. That collaboration is really, really good. It helps me a lot to share documents and collaborate easily. So, and that's why I think it's good for you too as well. And that's why I want to show you. So the first thing I would like to show you is the Google Workspace apps. So I think Google is just the primary place to get all these easy and free tools to use for work. So, and as well Microsoft, so we're going to look at Microsoft as well too. And so basically this is Google Workspace. So once you just want to get access to some of these tools, there are different ways to use these tools, but like I just like to start from the basics and just show you how to get there. So basically, if you want to get to this page that I am currently on, so just go to your browser, whether Chrome or Safari, anyone you're using. So just type in Google Workspace. So once you type in Google Workspace, it takes you to this Google search page and just select the first one. So Google Workspace, now this create, connect, and collaborate with the power of AI. So Google is also integrating Gemini, which is their AI assistant tool. So, but that's not where I'm going to today. So, because there are a lot of things we could be talking about Google Workspace. So we have solutions, products, and all those things. But let's just go to products, which is the major thing we want to talk about. So once you go to products, I'd like you to look at this app. Right here, this Drive. So Drive is Google's cloud storage, and why I want us to focus on Drive is because it's where all your documents and will be stored. So your documents and other your basically your documents, your PDFs and every other thing will be stored. So that's why I want us to look at Drive. And from Drive, we can access all those other tools and makes it easy for us. So, which is one of the reasons why we also want to be looking at Drive is because it's a place where we can organize all our files as well. So let's just click on Drive. So once you click on Drive, it takes you to Google Drive. So Google Drive is a store and share files online. So Google Drive is an AI-powered cloud storage for seamless file sharing and enhanced collaboration. Basically, they are integrating Gemini, but that's not where we're going to. We just want to use our tools, our daily tools, and just get to organize them better and then use them online, which is our major goal. So let's just go to the product. So you just click on, once you have Drive here, if you have a Google account, Drive is already pre-installed for you, basically meaning that you already have access to Drive. But if you don't have a Drive account, you just sign up. So once you click on Google Drive, you should see a sign up button. So just sign in. So basically, because I have a Google account, I believe that we should all have a Google account. So just sign in, or you sign up to Google for your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, just sign up for a Google account. So basically, we just sign in once you have a Google account. So once you click on sign in button, it takes you to your Google Drive. So now your Google Drive is where you store all your files. You can see this is my Google Drive account. and this is where all my files are stored. You can see there are different files. You can see there's Excel, like so. Basically, Google has an equivalent of Microsoft Excel. So if you look here to this right hand side button, you see something that is called Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms. So these are like the basic apps I want us to focus on today. So Google Docs is the equivalent of Microsoft Word. So Microsoft owns Microsoft Word, Google owns Google Docs. So basically they perform the same functions. Now, Google Sheets is equivalent of Microsoft Excel. So if you've been hearing Excel, 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 it is developed and owned by Microsoft. While Google Sheets is developed and owned by Google, but they perform the same function. So you can, whatever functions you are doing with your Excel, you can use Google Sheets. Slides is the equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint. So whatever you're doing with your Microsoft PowerPoint, if you're a Microsoft user, you can also do the same thing with slides. Now, forms as well, there's Google Forms. If you are a Google Form user, you create forms, surveys, questionnaires with Google Forms. Whatever you're doing with your forms on Microsoft, you can do it with Google Forms. So if you are entirely new to any of these tools, it's perfectly fine. You can start using them right here. So easy, you just need to click on Google Docs, Google Sheets, or Google Slides. So if you want to create like a spreadsheet, you can use Google Sheets. If you want to create like a Word, you want to, for example, type your CV or your resume, you can use Google Docs. If you want to create a presentation, you can use Google Slides. If you want to also, like I said, create questionnaires, you can use your Google Forms. And there are more apps you can also use with Google, but let's just focus on these key apps because I believe that these are the ones that we use the most. At least for me, I can say for work. So yeah, so this is basically Google. So let's just try one and let's just see. So you can open from here a blank document or you can open from a template. So let's just open a template and let's see. So once you launch your Google Docs, it takes you to the templates. So you have a blank document. You can also go and create a blank document and create a resume. You can see these are the templates, various templates are available. As many as you can. Just once you have access to this, just in your time, go and check some of these templates and adapt them to what you can. So for example, if I just wanted to like create, let's just create a blank document. I think that's easier and faster. Create a blank document, and here comes your blank document. So the good thing about using these tools online is that it takes headache off you trying to track all your documents in one place. For me, sometimes it's difficult for me to even organize so much of these documents. So, but if you have a tool like this Google Docs, I use Google Docs a lot. Like this Google Docs I can use for word processing and type anything, any text I want in this document. It really makes it easier for me to have all my Word documents stored in one place. So, and that's the beauty of Google Docs, of using Google Docs. So for example, if I want to see all the files that I've used in Google Docs, I can just click on this home button and you can see all the files, all the documents that I have, as many as, so you can have all this in just one place and that makes it easy. You can also do a lot of things like share, collaborate easily. So let's name this document. So you will see how this also works in your drive. You can see, and this saves automatically, meaning that once it's connected to our internet, to your internet, it saves automatically. So I can see, let's say just YouTube tests. Okay, so you can see, look right here. You can see this button here, see document status. All changes are saved to drive. So it saves on the go. You don't need to have to keep saving the documents. You can see save to drive. So this document is already saved in your drive. This Google Docs is a tool on its own, like your Microsoft Word. just exactly like a Microsoft Word. So it's already saving in Drive automatically. You don't need to have to save it on your desktop. So it saves to Drive, and from your Drive you can always access it on any device or on any at any location you are. So one other good thing I was talking about earlier is that you can easily collaborate. So if I wanted to share this document, I can easily have these documents share. When I click on the share button, I can add people to work with me on this document. I can copy a link and share the link on any device, whether I want to share it to WhatsApp or any other place I would like to share it. So basically, then now one of the good things is that you can have restricted access to this document, meaning that you can change the access to this document at any point in time. So, for example, I want people to have access to this document, and I can say, okay, I restrict anyone from having access to this document except the people that are added here, or I can have anyone with the link can what can anyone with the link to this document do? So they can say, I only want them to view this document, I only want them to comment, I only want them to edit. So if you choose them as an editor, anybody that has the link to this document can edit. But if you want them to only view, they can just view. Want to set the role as viewer, or you can choose editor. So this is really good. If I choose editor and I share this document with you, we can both work simultaneously on these documents, and that's the good thing. So imagine working with your colleagues remotely on these documents, on one single document, and you guys making changes together seamlessly. And I think that's why it's so much better than using like a desktop app in a way, like that is not internet connected or internet enabled. So, and that's why I feel like you should transition to using your documents online. So let's just go back to Google Drive, and in our Drive you can easily see, let's go to recent. So once you go to recent, it should show you your the document. You can see YouTube test. Oh, sorry, I messed up the spelling. So YouTube YouTube test. So we can easily rename this. So you can do anything. See, I'm making changes from the drive, and this will automatically just reflect in just reflect with the document. So imagine what is just happening. You can make changes anywhere, and you can organize this document. I can decide to move, readjust the documents. I can decide to make a copy of the documents, organize the file. So just in your drive. And this same thing that I just showed you is applicable to Google Sheets, to Google Slides, and Google Forms. So I'm going to go into details in some of these apps later on, but not today. Today is just to show you the benefits of using an online tool to manage your documents and your files. So, and yeah, Google has a 15 gig storage for you. So once you exhaust this 15 gig, you have to get more. I tell you, this is so much enough for you to use for quite a bit of time, because I've been using Google, my Google account for long, and I'm still at 8 gig. I'm just at 8 gig. And I know that there are a lot of things I just need to just throw in the bin, move to the bin here. So basically, I know I still have a lot of space to work with. And I think that's why you should start using Google Drive for your documents, all your documents. So, and it doesn't restrict you to any device. Once you log onto your Google account on any device, wherever you are, you can easily access these documents. You don't have to leave these documents on a particular computer and you get stuck when you are not at the location. And it also works with your mobile device as well. So you can download your drive on your mobile or your Google Docs on your mobile. Some comes preloaded with your device, your new device. So you should make use of these tools to work easily for you. So we're going to go to Microsoft right now and see, because some people prefer to use Microsoft and some prefer to use Google. I prefer to use Google because of some reasons. For example, it has more space. Microsoft only gives you 5 gig space and Google gives you 15 gig. And I think Google is, for me, is more seamless, but that's a debate for another day. But for me, from my usage, I actually prefer to use Google products than Microsoft. But I'm not canvassing for Microsoft. So let's just, once you want to check for Microsoft, you can type Microsoft and Microsoft 365. So it's 365 right now. 365 say free. So yes, Microsoft too, you have to also pay for Microsoft and Google to a certain extent. So, but to a certain extent, these products are free to use. So once you have, you see Microsoft 365 apps for free on the web. So it's also free for you to use. So you don't need to have old versions of your documents every time and struggling to keep up with, say, for example, new updates of the app. You can easily keep using the latest version of these apps on the web. So I know you there's contest for okay data consumption and stuff, but is this document takes little space on online. And for example, let's just sign in and we'll get to that aspect later. Okay, so once you sign in, so you just already sign in front. Okay, so let me just sign in. I'm already signed in. So if you don't have a Microsoft account, you just sign up. So if you don't have Microsoft accounts, like I was saying, so you sign up for free. But since I have an account, I'm just going to sign in. So once I'm signed in, yes, so you can see Microsoft also has Copilot. So if you're wondering what is the Microsoft 365 Copilot, Microsoft names their Office products now, I think Microsoft 365. So you can see buy Microsoft 365. But yes, it's coming with Copilot, just as Google is coming with Gemini as well too. It's as their AI assistant. Microsoft also has Copilot as their AI assistant. So yes, you can see the apps now which are free to use: Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook. Outlook is just like your Gmail account, so you can use Outlook if you want. If you want Gmail, so basically these are just the apps too you can use with. So you can use Word, documents, PowerPoint presentation, Excel, which is then Google Sheets equivalent in the Google that we just spoke about. Then there's Form. There are lots of apps. There's Quiz List, Designer, Video. So you can play around these apps once when you are in your own time. So let's just look at maybe Microsoft Word. I know you use Microsoft Word a lot, so let's just look at Microsoft Word. Don't forget, the major thing for today is that you should consider using these online tools rather than having to save all these documents on your laptop. It's better to have them online. For me personally, I found them great tools to have online than using them on my laptop. So it's easier for me to switch on any device to access these documents. So basically, this is Microsoft Word. So you can use them online and it saves automatically. So you don't have any headache of losing any document. Absolutely nothing. And I think this is why I think you should consider using these online tools, and it automatically syncs. So you don't need to always have to to worry about losing your documents because they're already saved in the cloud for you, meaning that they're already saved online for you. And like I said, Microsoft gives you only 5 gigabytes of space. So 5 gigabytes of space is also okay because these documents they take little space. So for example, let me show you a quick example in our drive. So if I look at this document, okay, let me just look at this document, and once I say file information, so I can say no. Okay, I can see details. So once I look at the details of this document, you will find that this document, and this is a document I've been using for quite some time, you find out that this is just 7 kilobytes. Look at size, 7 kilobytes. So these documents don't take your space, and that's why I've been using Google for so many years, and I haven't still exhausted 15 gigabytes of space. So I think this is really good if you can. So if you are new to these tools, please just start using them right now. It saves you the headache and it saves you the worry of having to save you a lot of worry about saving documents or having every new version of buying older versions of Microsoft Excel. You have the latest version to work with every single time, and it saves the documents for you in the cloud, meaning online, and you can easily access on any device. So sometimes if I'm away from my laptop, I can easily fire up on any other laptop or any other device, even my mobile phone, and start download these documents and share or use it in any form I desire. You can save PDF documents and any form of document in your drive as well. In this Google Drive, you can see this is a PDF document, and just keep using them. I think it's so much better, saves you a lot of headache, and it saves your laptop space too as well too. If you keep having to download these apps, every download each one of them on your laptop, it takes a bit of space on your laptop as well, or your any device you are using. But imagine you can just access them online. So I think it's so much easier, so much better, and so I think that's what I have for you today. And I hope you start considering to use these tools or start using them right away. Thank you very much for your time, and see you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.